had PTSD from law enforcement before. I'm not a liar.
I don't feel safe right now. I feel really uncomfortable.
So. It's a story of bravery and it's a story of survival. It's very hard for me to be vulnerable like this.
Please step back. I feel unsafe.
You don't dictate the way that this goes.
On June 5th, 2024, officers responded to a residence following a report of a homeless woman yelling at her sister, who described her as delusional.
What's going on today? I'm Deputy Winter. This is Deputy Jacobson. Just explain to us what's going on.
Do I have a time restraint of how long I could talk?
Well, just start from what happened today, I guess. What happened from the beginning? What's going on?
Can you answer my question?
Yeah, what's up?
Is there a time restraint of how long that I can talk, or am I... Okay, first of all, maybe can I ask that question?
Well, we just want to know what's going on here and why we were called. So that's
I know why you're here.
Okay, so then can you tell us why we're here?
Can you answer my question, please?
Well, talk as long as you need to so we can figure out what's going on.
Thank you. I have to clarify that first because I've had some really bad with law enforcement. This is my first thing with you. First of all, I have two different disabilities that you need to be aware of, and I also have PTSD from your county, so it's a little better, the color, but I have PTSD from law enforcement before. Some of that's been okay now.
Okay.
But nice tattoos.
Thank you.
I have ADHD and I have OCD.
Okay.
Totally legit and everything. So if seem like I'm like not answering, it's not because I'm trying to come up with an answer.
Okay.
It's because I'm trying to remember and I'm trying to give you an honest answer.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
And a correct answer because I have the OCD, so I have to be perfectionist, right?
Okay.
So anything that I answer in a normal term is not really as normal, right? Okay. So like if I'm going like this, usually that's somebody trying to come up with a story. Yeah. That's not me.
Okay.
That's me trying to remember and give you an accurate answer. Okay.
Okay.
I'm not a liar. I'm not a thief. I'm not any of those things. But this is my sister's house. I came to visit. I spent the last little bit of money that I had to come here. I've done some work for her, and everything's been fine. It's been amazing. We had just a thing where, she said it was okay for me to take her daughter, Mara, who's 11, into town, and I was going to pick up a few things from Marketplace for my build, for my camper van, and then my camper van, right, the whole time. She's been very accommodating. I've been very much the dishes fairy, and it's been going really great. Okay. But for some reason, me going in the van, she couldn't trust that, and it came out after I got back that, well, I go low, and we're like, I'm only going to approach you just to show you how close.
No.
Right, this close is how close we were. Right?
Okay.
And we were hugging. It was fine. Everything was fine, right? And then, like, I said low. I said, you gotta trust me, like I'm the safety Nazi. Like I literally drive like 20 miles an hour in this whole thing. But she had something stuck in her head. See, a lot of times what happens is people come back and they want to twist it back around on me, and I'm like, dude, you have something going on that you need to deal with, and then come back to me, because I'm tired of being blamed for I'm like the scapegoat. I'm like blamed for all of our families, whatever. My sister also made, my elders are the next, okay, so I'm the oldest, then we have two sisters, and there's two sisters. Lo is the youngest, so I'm the oldest, she's the youngest. I'm her protector, basically, her whole life, right? Like, I love her to death. I would put down my life in a minute, okay? I'm only giving you this backdrop so that you can understand the dynamic and how much I love my sister, okay? There's never been any fights between us. This is a difficult situation because we have a lot coming at us, and we're navigating it pretty well. We even came up with our own couple code words for... We both have ADHD, so we get distracted very easily, right? And then we get off task. And so pineapple is our word, which is our joke word, to keep us on task, right? Okay? So things are going really great. We've been talking about how the memories are going to last. So it's really hard right now because I might have to leave my phone, but not this phone, but the phone that I have minutes on. Just, what are you doing?
Looking.
Don't look in my van, please.
I don't want you to grab a gun or anything.
You have two officers right here. Please move away from my van.
I'm just looking.
Please move away from my van.
I'm just making sure everyone is safe.
We want you to feel safe. And
I don't feel safe right now. I feel really uncomfortable.
Safe, so.
I understand that. But him creeping around is going to make it really hard for me to concentrate.
Okay.
Now he's on my back.
Okay, well, we're here to help you.
I know, and you guys got guns, and obviously I have nothing.
Yep.
So I'm pretty sure. Sir, would you like to see?
pretty sure you guys are all safe. I'd rather that you're not standing behind me like that. If you want to move so I can see you in my peripheral at least, please.
Sorry, I have to do this, otherwise I just get anxiety. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so,
So what kind of happened today, I guess?
what I'm telling you is that I got back and she goes, she finally, I said, I was like, no, do you not, like, I was like, I go really slow and like, I would never, I'd lay down my life for you, you know, like trying to reinforce that, like, you know, your kid is safe with you. At a certain point, we have to like kind of trust God that, you know, whatever. And I said, and I get it. It's a valid, it's your child. It's a valid, you know what I mean. You can have your concerns or whatever.
You can do one more status check.
It's because my other sister Heidi had said something to her about me driving crazy or something in the car with her.
Okay.
My adult sister who has 6 kids. Right. That's playing in her head for some reason that I didn't know about. And that's what's causing her to put this extra stress. Well, it's putting stress on me and my niece for just trying to have our moment. I'm off to Nashville. I've got so much family. I have a huge family. I have 2 sides, right? I'm now empty nesting, camp van life, artist.
Okay.
I work side jobs. I power wash. I clean. I do all these other things, right? I'm a little bit more of a free spirit, but I've been dreaming about this since I was 15. My daughter just graduated. The other sister, I just found out that, I don't know why she didn't tell me this when I got here, lied and said that my daughter's graduation, which was just a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, that I whispered in her ear, I wish you were dead and had cancer. That is not true. Okay. Then my sister goes, are you sure you don't remember? I'm like, no, you're the one that forgets things. I, unfortunately, remember everything.
Okay. Okay.
I remember everything. Not everything, but you know what I'm saying? I have extensive... It's a curse. It honestly is a curse. Because I can't go around with people because they don't remember. And then they go, this is too much, I can't handle it. And then they go stomping on. And then I'm like, okay, great. So who's out here? Guess who's out? Me, with a broken phone. She kept texting, are you okay? To Mira. I asked her for approval. I didn't say, hey, me, we're going. I said, Lo, if you're okay with it, if you're not cool, whatever, can I take Mira just in town to a couple places? I approved it hours before. Then it became this biggish, like, she had her own thing. That's usually, I just have to kind of step back with people, try to be patient, try to be the bigger person. Unfortunately, 2 years ago, I got out of a very abusive 2.5-year long relationship. So Heather, the strong, powerful, always gets through everything, is always there for everybody, isn't quite Heather as much. So I've been working to rebuild myself. Okay. But I have triggers, I have real PTSD that I never had in my whole life. Switched everything around on me. I didn't know what a covert narcissist was until after I was out of the relationship. It took me a year to learn about all of that and the way he manipulated me. Started getting charges. I was a real estate agent for 14 years, ruined my career. Not a sad story. It's a story of bravery and it's a story of survival and it's a story of where I've come from and what I've been through the last 3 to 4 years. Mm-hmm. That's why I tell you so you understand where I'm coming from. Yep. I love these people greatly and I am so mad at my sister Holly because she keeps telling lies and everybody believes her and it's a lie. She tried, you know why she did that? She just waits there for 1 second. She came up to me and she wanted to congratulate me after I did. It's too long of a story, but basically when everyone else is around, she was treating me like everything's fine, and then when somebody else wasn't around, she was like, you're not welcome here, and do that kind of crap. And I just can't yo-yo right now. I need stability. I need people who love me. I just spent a year and a half basically alone. So to just be with family and be here, and it's just crazy because Laura was saying to me, like, nobody believes in you, and like saying that she believes in me, and basically told me that my family doesn't think that I'm like it's so crazy. It's like they can't understand. For one, they can't understand my disabilities. My brother straight out said to me, "Oh, quit playing the victim." When I was a victim, I'm not the person who is. Believe me, I am not. I am not the person that goes around and whines and cries. I am not. Mm-hmm. If anything, I am the one that shelters people when they aren't whining and crying. So it's very hard for me to be vulnerable like this. It's very hard for me to be fragile. It was my PO officer. I ended up getting arrested for a felony for taking that jerk's dog around the block. He said that I burglarized his house. And I went from being a soccer mom to having the keys to the city to having nothing.
Okay, so after nobody visited me this summer, they don't know how to deal with it. They don't know how to deal with my disabilities. That's why I want to write a book for families to understand this stuff. And when I get back, I'm going to help. But right now, I just got to survive. And I can't even, I'm like, no, I'm like, they're just all, that whole side of my family is just, it's like, they're expecting me to just, like, be completely, like,
Do one of you want to
I'm
go
not
up and
perfect.
talk
If
to
I'm
her?
not perfect, if I'm not perfect, then I'm nothing. And now that this has happened, then I'm gonna have to leave, and I have no phone now because it just broke today because she wouldn't stop messaging and ruining our time together.
So, I appreciate you talking to us. Do you want to just kind of backtrack, I guess, on what went down today?
So then she was like, she started like raising her voice at me. Here we go again.
They're going up there.
They're going to go talk to her so they can... That's just, we're doing our job so we get both sides of the story.
I appreciate that.
I
appreciate that. So here's the deal. So then she started getting mad. Well, I have a right to blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, I understand that. I'm still talking soft, but she's getting mad at me. And I'm like getting mad. She's getting mad, more progressively mad. And I'm like, I'm trying to be soft, but I'm like, I'm already kind of irritated because, not irritated, but like, she's like, well, I don't want to be in the doghouse because she did. Me and Mira had plans. I asked her for approval.
Okay.
There was no set time on it.
Okay.
And I feel like it sucks because before, it's such a struggle for me because before, I would be able to be the one that would say, okay, well, let's let it go.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, very hard. It's like the most, in that moment, it is the hardest struggle. Not because I want to fight, just because that aggressiveness is hard for me to like tone softly. Like it's a challenge for me every day. Mm-hmm. And I love being around Bo because she's very soft. Mm-hmm. I love her very much. And now I'm like kicked out. I don't even know how I'm gonna even survive, to be honest.
So you and Mira had some plans today, and she said go and. Okay,
and then she changed it because she went off to the grocery store.
Okay.
And she saw a friend and she brought home a friend for Mira. She goes, well, I thought it was only going to be a little while. So she was like, ATA, asking Mira on. So like the whole time we were out, I took her for a little treat to McDonald's. And when we got back, Lo was like, oh, we got a treat on whatever, right? Just all, and then she starts pulling when she doesn't like that I'm not being a little submissive lapdog. Like, and I'm not being aggressive. I'm just not being, okay. Thank you for the pooper, right?
So what time?
So then she gets more aggressively, whatever,
Okay.
and then I'm like, they're so used to me being the one that's like, oh, it's fine, it's cool. Let's talk about it later. Okay. They're so used to me leading that they don't know what to do. Because they are used to when they have a problem, I fix it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Their whole life growing up. So like, I'm the one that's always the peacemaker, right? The peacemaker kind of thing, right? So now it's like, they don't know. Even Heidi, my one sister Heidi said to me, she goes, Heather, I'm so sorry. She goes, we didn't understand that you were struggling because I don't want to like burden them, so I don't tell them my problems. So they had no idea that I was suffering for 2.5 years. Almost was starting to get suicidal.
So today we've been, trying to work with her and get her kind of set up to move on to wherever she's going next. Everything's sort of been fine for the last few days, and apparently there was a dust up. She had my daughter to go run some errands, and
How old's that? How old's your daughter?
11.
Okay.
Apparently dropped her phone. Not sure if it's working. I saw her talking to somebody.
Dropped her own phone or daughter's phone?
Her phone. Okay. So then she got back here. My wife was in communication with my daughter.
I copy.
They were trying to make sure she got back home,
Dispatch copies.
And this is all I'm hearing secondhand. And then they started talking, just however, and then there was a little bit of a dust up of
What do you mean by dust up?
words,
Okay.
argument.
Okay.
Apparently she kind of maybe approached a little bit physically,
Okay.
maybe some pushing involved.
Okay. What would you like to see?
So what we would like, I guess, to see is, and I hate to do it, but we kind of got to boot her out and
Okay.
send her on her way because
Okay.
we can't be fearing for our safety.
Okay.
There's suspicion in the family that she's on drugs, but we don't have confirmation of that.
Okay. Did she get physical with you?
Yeah, she started coming at me, and she gets really intense.
PD 61 out on traffic.
She's bipolar.
65
Okay.
100th Avenue.
She started coming at me like this, and so I tried to get away from her, and she slipped on the corner of that, and she says I shoved her.
Okay.
I didn't shove her.
Okay.
I was trying to get away from her, and I
Right.
said, I don't want to talk to you, and I was running to neighbors.
Did you at that time
Did you slip off the driveway? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, right the corner, because we were coming out of the garage.
at any point did you feel like she was going to harm yourself or
I
your...
said I don't feel safe. I don't
Okay.
feel safe.
Yeah. Forgive me, your relation to her sister?
She's my oldest half-sister.
Half sister?
Alarm
Okay.
1530.
Have you guys...
They grew up together.
Yeah, she grew up in my house.
So you guys have lived together?
Yeah.
Okay.
We were trying to give her a place she wants to build out her van so she can live in her van.
Yeah.
But it's so full of stuff. I keep trying to ask, like, how does this work? Because it's full of stuff.
Right.
And she was in our basement. We're doing drywall in our basement, so I said, I'm sorry, you can't sleep down there. So she chose to sleep in the garage, which I thought was weird because I did offer the couch. She wanted her own space. The first day she had sores all over her arms that she kept picking at. She said she had a tick in her nose that she was trying to dig out for 2 days.
Okay.
So those are the things that made me think maybe my siblings were right.
Okay.
She was really happy. She kept disappearing like every few hours, but she does smoke. But it almost made me wonder.
Smoke what?
She was cigarettes.
Okay.
It almost made me wonder if something else was going on because she was so herself, and I haven't seen that in years.
Oh.
She's been so what? She's been
Herself, very happy and like level.
So in the
I
last
started reading about that because I don't even know what that is or what it does.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it looks like.
hang on. So in the last year, she's lost her daughter, her home, jobs. It's been a downward.
Gotcha.
She had an abusive relationship.
she
He
had to-
was hurting her.
she had to go
That's
through a-
when she started doing
Okay.
back in the day.
Wait a sec.
Yeah.
So you said that like the last few days she's been what you would describe as normal, right?
Yeah.
What about
Her
like
good self. I would
her
say.
good self? That's
Yeah.
what you said, yes. When she was up here and said confrontation took
Yeah.
place, was that abnormal to her good
That
self?
is what she does.
Right, but I'm just saying, like,
Oh.
was she, because she was gone for a
her
duration of
sad
time, then all of a sudden she came back, and now she was like, it was like a switch flipped.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what she's done her whole life. But it gets more intense.
Like disappears, come back, and she's not herself?
No, like if you trigger her, all of a
Okay.
sudden she's...
I see what you're saying. When's the next moment you feel comfortable with her coming back? Are we talking this evening, tomorrow, next week, et cetera, et cetera? What's the time frame where you would feel comfortable for her to come back and either address this or talk to you guys, or just when?
Like
When do you think the next
TBD?
moment?
I'm gonna go see what I can.
I
Yeah.
don't think I can
Finagle
help
on
her.
her.
That's what I'm saying.
Jordan, I'm
I
thinking
don't
DC
think
if
that-
53 is okay with it.
I don't think I'm capable
Yep.
of helping her anymore.
Okay.
Because now I feel like I need to put my kids
Well,
first.
we've
been putting her first.
Yep.
I feel like we just crossed the
And-
line, and you, like, I would prefer to
That's a
see
good way to
you
put it.
talk.
We crossed the
Well, I
line.
would
Right.
prefer to see you talk to her and get her out of here, but I don't know if we can anymore.
I'm fight or flight. I flee. I don't want to. I don't want to.
So basically the line I'm teeter-tottering on is we have enough to take her to jail for disorderly conduct. For the definition behind that, some of the wording, disturbing the
Spider.
peace.
So the argument started today because you got back late with Mira.
No, I did not get back.
Well, that's what she's claiming, right?
No.
Because
No.
she brought a friend home from the
you're
grocery
assuming
store.
things. No. That's not the raid on that. No.
Okay. Well, we're trying. We want to like get to the meat and potatoes of like what happened because I see you got some scrapes on your arm, and we kind of want to know about those
Yeah,
too.
so, again, I'm trying. I'm really trying, but to me, if you don't put it in one part, it's just like, for me to just say, oh, she pushed me down and whatever, that just is, I cannot go there. If my sister, I'm not the one that would call, when she said she was calling the police, I'm like, great, now I have to call the police, basically. Because now she's running off with her kids and pretending like she's so unsafe. I feel unsafe.
So-
and I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me right now?
So did it get physical at all today, though?
I'm
Yes.
the only one that got hurt.
Okay, so she did push you down.
Yeah, I was standing right over there.
Okay.
And she like pushed through me to go run to the neighbors or whatever. And I fell backwards on my feet and fell down. And I was like, it just sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks. Because she goes, well, maybe you don't remember. Could you maybe just not remember? I said, are you f***ing kidding me? I don't remember? That's your solution to this? Is that Holly says something? She's Little Miss Perfect, right? She follows all the rules. She's perfect, right? And Holly, the one that lied about me coming up at my daughter's graduation. She has my kid, betrayed me behind my back, my most trusted advocate. Betrayed me a year and a half ago. with my 17-year-old daughter, who really just wanted to live at the rich people's house instead of be homeless for a couple weeks. It took me 26 days to find a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo for $13.50 a month. 26 days. We were technically homeless because, but in the meantime, she went behind my back, betrayed me. This is my most trusted sister, Holly, that I'm talking about, that just lied because you know why? She's jealous of me and Lo's relationship because me and Lo have never, ever had any arguments ever.
Okay.
Say? Oldest, next oldest.
Yep.
Dynamic. So now it sucks because I'm like, I am so then Lo came back out and she's like, you're not taking any responsibility. I'm like, what do you want me to take responsibility for? But I didn't say that. I'm like, she goes, I need some time alone because we have a code word for we need space, right? Yep. Banana. I call it I'm a banana. I'm a banana. If I'm wearing yellow, I'm a banana. Okay. Worked on a lot of really great things. She's like, I love this. We're going to use this now forever. She's like, she walks away when I start making valid points, like, who's to say? I start asking her questions. I said, so how do you know that that's true? That with Holly saint, see, everybody always believes Holly because she's the saint of the family. She's the favorite. She's the saint, right? There was no intention of evil. There's no intention of hurting my sister. It was a miscommunication that turned into something way bad, but guess who always gets blamed?
Okay. Did you, I know you said this, but I just want to clarify. Did you get physical with her at all? Did you go after her at all?
No.
No? Okay.
She was on the other side of the thing, and on the other side, she said, I know it's space, and I started crying, and I went up into where, you'll see where my bed is, in the garage for 2 days. I've been power washing her stuff. She still owes me money, and I have no money now. She came out and started basically wanting to go at it again. I'm like, you can't, like, when I make a valid point and I say, hey, I said, that is a lie, Lo. That is a lie. I never did that. I would never do that. You think I'm going to go cause at my only daughter's graduation? You think I'm going to go whisper in my sister's ear where my daughter lives? And ruin my daughter's graduation, my only daughter? Do you know how hard it was not to even be able to plan that? Yeah. How much of a big person, how Lo was the only person that said, I'm so proud of you, Heather. You've got to be just inside. And she goes, that doesn't got to take the biggest woman balls ever, right? And I thought she got it. She's the only person, and now it's so. And then they're gonna make some stupid decision about because then she started whatever, and she went up and she laughed, and I let her go, and I cried, and I just went up to where I was gonna try to find my phone, and I was just like trying to get some space, and then she came back outside, and she started on the other side, and she started at me again, and I'm like, do you really believe that? I was like, well, maybe you don't remember, maybe you remember. I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you listening to what's coming out of my mouth? I asked her, tell me one time I've ever lied to you. None of them can seem to answer that question. It's weird. I don't know why that is. Yeah. It's sad. It's really sad because the people that aren't comfortable and they have to play their narrative for the reasons that they do what they do, and then when the lens comes off later down the road, because I always, being the older, it's like, I don't know where you guys are on the food chain, or you know what I mean, in your if you have siblings or whatever, but it's like kind of like a mini parent almost, because it's like, you know that later down the road they'll see it and they'll feel really shitty, but in the meantime it's really hurting you and your whole family, and it's during the time with my nieces and nephews is so short, and the time with my sister. When somebody says, I need some time, and then I go take my time, and then they come back into my space, and I don't feel like I have, it's not like she came to my van, see, now I'm on her terms, see? Different thing, right? Once I go up there, now it's her domain. And that's what Holly loved to do to me, my other sister. Okay. Basically, when it was convenient, kick you out, basically. Okay. When everybody else is looking, kind of thing. So now, what is going on is, I know this is what's going on. Holly, because she knew I was coming here.
Okay. So is Holly here too?
No, back in Iowa.
Okay.
Where my daughter is. I've been in over 20 years not having trouble with the law. 21 years old, I got a DUI. I don't even, like, I wouldn't say I don't drink, but I don't drink. Yeah. Literally, like, one drink. And most of the time is I take 3 sips and I go, ah, that tastes nasty, right? Like, I'm on my golden years now, like, and I just don't know what to do anymore. I'm sorry.
Do you have anyone that you talk to, like, therapy-wise? Any resources that way?
You don't have to give me the resources. Still, I'm sorry, I don't want my tone to be bad, but I know this is where you go into the resources thing.
Well, we're just here to try and
It's
help.
not that you're seeing this and you're thinking I'm a mess, and I'm not. I'm not.
Well,
I'm a mess right now because I don't know what's going to happen next with me and her. That's why I'm a mess. I'm actually really solid. I had a beautiful walk with my dog and her dog in the morning. I was spending some nice time with she's like, you're dangerous. That's when she decided that I was dangerous because I was like, are you kidding me? Right? And so she's like, you're dangerous.
Yeah.
And then she comes around the thing, and I'm like, are you kidding me right now, Lo? I was like, are you kidding me? And I went like this, like that. I'm like, are you kidding me, right? Not like approaching, right?
Yep.
And then she just kept barreling through me, and then that's when I fell back and didn't even care, just barreled right through
Can
me.
I take pictures of that?
Hi, Heather.
Who are you?
I'm Jordan. What,
Okay, now you're gonna ask me a bunch of questions?
well, hey.
Well, hey, hi.
So, what happened today?
I don't know what happened in your day.
I've had a pretty crazy day.
I've had a really pretty good day. Started out walking the dogs, laughing with my sister, having coffee with my sister, and
Okay. Seems like you've been in kind of a little rough patch lately. Kind of come up here.
seems like from who?
From what I'm gathering.
From who?
From not talking.
From who?
Not talking to you, just talking to your family.
My family.
Yeah. Is that accurate or not accurate, or am I out of line? Was saying that
I
you've
don't
been in a
know.
little rough
I
patch
don't know.
lately?
In a
Kinda-
rough patch? What does that mean?
Well, you kind of haven't really had a place to stay. Kind of stayed here for the last couple days, from what I'm gathering. Is that true? Kind of stayed here in the garage.
What are you trying to do right now?
I'm trying to get
You're
your
trying
side
to
of the.
No,
of
you're
the
not. You're
story.
trying to verify what they've said, if it's true or not, with asking me the questions of what they've said. And you know what? It's not okay. Why don't you just, if I've already told them my story,
Okay.
Well,
and so I just don't. Wait, you're interrupting me.
well, Heather, I can interrupt you.
Hey,
So because
Yeah.
Hey, you can interrupt me, but I can't interrupt you, right?
No,
Is that how
we're
it
not-
goes? Because
we're
I
not
want to make
gonna-
sure I know the ground rules first.
correct. So you told us
Correct
that
what?
you were pushed, right? Okay, we want more of
Which
how
one
that
is it?
happened.
Which question is it?
Just listen to him.
Yeah, because
and
first of
we'll
all,
get to
here,
that
this
point,
is gonna.
okay? Just
Number
cooperate.
one,
Please step back.
number
Please
one,
step back. I feel
you don't
unsafe.
you don't dictate the way that this goes. We were called here because of you, so you don't dictate how this
Stop
goes.
yelling at me. I have PTSD. Will you please tell her?
No, we're
Please tell her I have
because
PTSD.
you're going in cuffs now.
I have PTSD.
Because you're going in cuffs.
For what? For what? You're yelling at me for
Domestic
what?
disorderly conduct. You're going to
For
jail.
what? I have bruises.
Stop.
For what?
Heather,
For what?
Stop. Resisting.
Okay,
It's going to be
you need
worse
your
for
hands
you.
behind your back, okay?
Put your hands behind your back.
You need to listen
Now.
real quick, okay?
Stop resisting.
Cooperate.
Thank
okay?
you.
Anything.
Just
I
listen.
didn't do anything.
If you just listen, and we can explain in a minute here,
Oh,
okay?
okay. Dog back there. Stand up. Stand up.
The man that just came up and aggressively attacked me verbally.
I was very not aggressive to you.
You were very aggressive.
I was not.
The tape will show.
Okay, well, all of us have it recording. How you like that?
But Heather, we do need you to stand
How do
up.
I like that?
Yeah.
That's that aggressive?
No, it's not.
Listen to your,
stand up.
listen to your voice.
Watch
Hi,
out for
puppy.
your head.
Yep.
Don't
You should be
get on the
fired.
floor.
Okay.
You should be fired.
And we need to walk back to the...
You don't bring somebody up. You don't bring somebody on extra that just starts harassing me when I tell you that I have PTSD from
Do you
this
have
kind of
anything
stuff.
illegal in your car?
No, I don't.
If I ran my dog around it, would you tell me otherwise?
I'm not speaking to you.
Okay.
He doesn't even know anything.
Are you going to have anything that's going to harm my
He doesn't
deputy
even
here?
know any of. He didn't even listen to my side at all.
Yep. Can you answer the question, and then we can keep going here?
This isn't. This is an unlawful.
She's
arrest.
gonna search you.
I'm gonna search you, okay?
Yep.
This is an unlawful arrest.
Can you just
Do you
listen
have your
to us?
camera on?
Yes, my camera is on. I'm gonna search you. Do you have anything on you that will help me stick to
Will
you?
anybody be responsible for the unlawful arrest? Will there be any discipline taken?
Everything's going to be documented.
Yep.
Will there be any discipline taken
Everything
on the officer who
will
did
be
this?
documented.
No, there will not.
Will you let me search you? Can you turn towards
I don't
the car?
think I have a choice, do I?
No.
So why'd you ask?
Because we want
Courtesy.
you
Be respectful.
Yep.
So
Oh, we're going to be
Can you-
respectful now.
to be
Can you
respectful,
widen your
try to
stance
get
for
you
me?
to cooperate. It goes a lot
Oh,
better for everyone.
well, what about him? Is he your superior? Is that why you guys didn't say anything?
No. Well, you're in our custody.
Oh,
We've
you cared about.
you.
You didn't
We've
say a
cared
word.
about the
You didn't
whole
say a word when
time.
he came up and it started doing that. I looked you right in the eye. I spent all that time explaining
Well, I tried
the
to talk, and
situation.
you kept trying to talk.
Why
over
can't you
me.
just? You can't stand up to these men or what? Obviously not. I need my glasses, please. I cannot see anything.
Okay. Can you stop banging?
Yeah. So stop banging.
I can't get a hold of your attention. That's the only reason I
Okay,
did
so
that.
you want your glasses. Anything else from your car that you would like?
The woman was charged with possessing drug paraphernalia, resisting or obstructing an officer, and disorderly conduct domestic.